Right, what's up everybody? Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's like in class looking for the drums. That's okay. I won't tell, Carice, if you don't. Very low volume, huh? That's something I was messing with. It's always something. Let's see. Just give me a minute here, guys. Shouldn't be that quiet, of course, because I didn't change anything. All right, I turned it up a bit. Hopefully that helps. Sounds much better. Okay. That's good. It's always a crapshoot getting this stuff set up. So hi Pizza, hi D-Nice, hi Mariano, Carice. Now technically, let's see if these work. I won't hear them, but you guys tell me if you hear them. good, Pizza. Glad to hear it, man. Okay, so we solved one thing. That's cool. Thanks, Carice.
Bees in the storm! Bees everywhere! God, they're huge!
And you guys have to let me know roughly when I'm playing and when things are going, how the volume of samples is, because I have to take note and then figure out exactly if they sound okay. Anyways, so let me do a little warm up here so we can get rolling. And then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit and make sure, yeah, your firearms are useless against them. Make sure everything sounds good to you guys, okay? So we're just going to play through a couple of tracks. I think one is from the game Battletoads and one is from the Power Blade 2 soundtrack. So as usual, we're just going to get the blood flowing. And then we'll start working on some specific OSTs. So hang tight and let's rock. Okay. We are warm. Hey, Tiber. And Mep, welcome on in, dude. Yeah, so we just wanted to get the blood flowing a little bit there. So what we're going to start with tonight, it's the sequel to a soundtrack which we already played, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we played G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero for the NES, and this is the sequel to that, G.I. Joe, the Atlantis Factor. And I actually think this soundtrack is cooler than the first one. There's a lot of really neat stuff in this one. I actually had to take notes on some of these damn soundtracks. What's with all the writing all these complex parts? So I may periodically pause and refer to my notes. Let's see. Okay, so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 songs that I had to take notes on. Ooh, that's a weird one. Okay. 5, 4, and 6, 4. Hey, so did Mep's sound alert come through, by the way? Can you guys hear that? You heard it. Okay, sweet. Yeah, Tiber, let me, okay, good. Yeah, let me get through an album, and then if you want, we can talk some drums a little bit after we get through this. All right, so why don't we get right into this G.I. Joe, the Atlantis Factor. And hopefully I remember all these strange parts. All right, guys, enjoy. Let's rock. Whew. All right, just want to check on in with everybody. Make sure things are sounding good out there. They sound good in here. Let's see. Oh, Hex, what's up, buddy? Nice to see ya. Planer, welcome on in. Oh, hey, Stellar. Don't eat too many cookies. It's bad for your health. Ah, yeah, thanks, Tiber. Yeah, they're decent, Tiber. Everything sounds good. Okay. Sound is ripping through the kitchen. Kids are very excited. Okay. Good. I just want to make sure it sounded good. It's funny that there was a string of tracks right in there that I had to check my notes for. So if you noticed, I was looking over here in between songs from different notes that I took. But for the most part, I got everything. I remembered everything for the most part, so it's all good. Hey, Quarter. Thank you, sir. Be nice cooking and dancing, I bet. Yep, I'm sure she is. All right, cool. Glad everything's rocking. Let's get right back to it. More G.I. Joe, the Atlantis Factor action. just checking some notes here, guys. Oh, okay, how's it going there? Good. All right, and there we have it, G.I. Joe, The Atlantis Factor. Quite a cool soundtrack. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, definitely the soundtracks that I'm going through tonight. I mean, I have to admit I've gotten through a lot of the soundtracks that I'm most familiar with. So you guys are definitely catching me, I'd say a little more off the cuff on a lot of this stuff. Oh, I gotta find a better way to mount this. Why don't we take those off for now? So the next soundtrack. Oh, Monster Mike, what's up, dude? Good to see ya and thank you. I just want to catch up a little bit with the chat. I know Tiber had some questions. What OSTs? Oh, Hex. So yeah, that was G.I. Joe, The Atlantis Factor. Okay, good. We got lots of jam and emotes. That's excellent. So we're actually, the next OST we're going to tackle is one that somebody suggested that I had never heard before. I mentioned it in my stream the other night. It's for the game Devilish, which is a Sega Genesis game. It's different, but it's pretty damn cool. So that'll be another one of those where I do my best to try to navigate it. So Tiber, if you're around, if you had a question, throw it out there. And we can get into it a little bit before we hop right into the next OST. But anyways, I hope everybody's having an excellent Wednesday. All right, well, give me one. Give me one, and we'll try to tackle one for now. Just so we can get, keep the tunes flowing. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, one of the reasons I want to be here is to, we'll chat with you guys as much as I love playing too. Kicks, do you trigger and how do you tune stuff them? My Wednesday's even better because I found out don't have to go to jury duty tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome, D-Nice. So I do trigger. My setup right now is mic and trigger simultaneously. The trigger is pretty tucked in, right? It basically just gives me a little bit of attack. Right, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear the difference. Let's see. So, okay, I think I know how I would do this. Okay, so I'm going to, for Tiber's question, I'm going to show you what the drums sound like. I'm going to show you the trigger by itself, and then I'll show you the mics by themselves. Okay, I have to mute my mic, otherwise it's super loud. All right, so trigger first, and then mics. Okay, so yes, I do use triggers and mics, as you can hear, but I kind of blend them together. And then the kick drums are about half stuffed, I'd say. I also use very narrow kick drums, so they're not very deep, so they're shallow. So I use very shallow kick drums because I'm not looking for a big booming sound, right? I'm not, it's not like I'm playing AC/DC stuff, right? right? So if I was doing that, then I might want to have a boomier kick drum. So, Tiber, hopefully that answers your question. What's the budget you have for your kit, and do you tour with it? So most of this kit is supplied to me by a company that I work with called Spawn Drums. And the cymbals are from TRX. So both of those sponsors help me quite a lot with the purchase and the budget of everything. But I would say, geez, with the cost of musical equipment nowadays, there's well over $5,000. I would think a lot more than that. Maybe closer to 8 or 10. Because I would imagine the drums on their own are probably somewhere around the 3 or 4 grand for the drums, and then the cymbals are probably another 3 to 4 grand. I would imagine. I've never added it up, to be honest with you, but it's not cheap. Yes, Tiber, exactly. Yeah, for what I'm doing. Actually, to give you a little bit of inside, the kit that I use, it's called from the Spawn Extreme series. I actually helped Spawn design the drums, and they are meant to be specifically for extreme music. So I've used them for the last 5 years on all the records that I've done. So like, for example, this record, which is the band Deeds of Flesh, I tracked drums for their record, use this kit. So it's a really cool kit. Okay, well, let's get back to some of the music here. But thanks, guys, for the questions, and keep throwing them out there. Obviously, when I'm playing, I might not be able to see them, but if you have one, save it up, and then when I take breaks, throw them out there. Highlight me in the message so I don't miss them. Okay, so as I said, this is the soundtrack Devilish, and I know somebody... I don't want to name names because I don't remember, so if somebody remembers who it was, throw it out there. But somebody in chat had suggested it, and I checked it out, about 5 days ago or something, and it sounded really badass. So here we go, Devilish for the Genesis. Alright, I'm gonna check on in with everybody. Get myself a little swig here. Awesome soundtrack. This composer made a couple of shoot 'em ups on Genesis, and all of them have great music. Hey! What's up, Pez? Zalai, good to see ya. Ness Atlas, hey! Ness, were you the one that picked this soundtrack? By the way? I couldn't remember. But I feel like... Well, somebody, I know somebody mentioned it to me. Oh yeah, you picked it, okay. It's awesome, man. It's a lot of fun to play along to. I think we're almost at the end of it. Let me see. Alright, we got a few more tracks to go. Veritex. Hey, Quarter. What's up, dude? Good to see ya. The name of the game is Devilish. Thanks, Stellar. Yeah, that's... If anybody didn't see, that's my new Cookie Monster emote that I put together. It's essentially Cookie Monster, the Sesame Street Cookie Monster, who's very excited he has so many cookies, and he gets consumed by his cookies, and there's an explosion, and then he turns into the Castlevania Cookie Monster. Oh, Devilish. Oh, same composer. Okay. Alright, let me write it down. I assume, is that also Genesis? Because games like this, I've never heard. I never heard this soundtrack before, and then I just listened to it and started playing along to it, and yeah, it's just got really good energy to it, and that's what's most important, right? Hopefully, I assume you guys can feel the energy that I'm feeling while I'm playing this stuff. So, awesome. All right, I wrote it down. Like I said, I'm always down for suggestions. I don't guarantee that I'll play anything that anybody suggests, but I'll at least listen to it and check it out. Because there are a lot of killer soundtracks, but just, when I listen to them or think about the drumming or whatever, it just doesn't quite fit or whatever. Doesn't mean it's not a great soundtrack. But, so, all right, well, let's finish this one out, guys. Oh, and lastly, can anybody pick out the music that I have on now, my break music? Because I know last week everybody jumped on what I had, but so feel free to throw a guess out there. And that was Devilish. Very cool soundtrack. Like, I would say, I don't know, there's maybe a few spots where it gets a little repetitive, but just overall the vibe and the energy of the synth that they use, just the sounds that they use for the soundtrack is really cool. Pizzadriarts, thanks for the GG. Hey, Repurposer, what's up, dude? It's nice to see you. Welcome on in. Uh-oh, D-Nice redeemed a brutal dictation. Hey, thanks, Ness, Atlas. And it was your suggestion, dude, so cool soundtrack. Thank you. All right, D-Nice, so what are we dictating before we get to the last album of the evening? So for anybody that doesn't know, I do all different varieties of extreme vocals because I've been playing extreme music and working with different artists and doing albums for over 20 years. So one of the redemptions is you can have me dictate anything, I think it's 20 words or less, in an extreme voice. Bees, bees, your firearms are useless against them. Okay, I think I have an idea. Now let me warm up here. All right, here we go. Bees, bees, your firearms, useless against them! Okay, so the last album of the evening is going to be Batman Return of the Joker for the NES. You're making that your ringtone. No, don't do that. No, do whatever you want. So this is again another soundtrack I wasn't too familiar with. Okay, yeah, that one. There's one really strange track in here that I'm gonna have to, I'll do my best to, I always, when I get to some of these tracks in the OSTs, I always wonder what the heck was the composer thinking, right? So you'll have the majority of the soundtrack that has a certain feel or like a tempo or time signatures, and then there's one or two like totally off the wall tracks where they were clearly experimenting, and this one has a bunch of fast tempo parts in 7/8 that switches back to 8/8, and it was it got to sit and count it and go, what the heck were they thinking? So we will try to get that one. By the way, check out Dragon's Fury, also known as Devil Crash on Japan for Genesis, have Malmsteen inspiration on the composition, so I think that's enough metal for you to listen to. Okay, cool. Let me write that down. Devil Crash, Dragon's Fury. Okay, sweet. That was your sun type. Oh, gotcha, D-Nice. You like strange? Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. So anyways, Batman, Return of the Joker. I'll take a break along the way and say what's up. But, enjoy, guys. Let's go. So a couple things. If any of you noticed, that song was in a very strange time signature, right? Also, very unfortunate. I don't know if you guys can see this. Man down. You got it, Matt. Too bad. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That was it was kind of a newer stick. Like it definitely had some life left in it. Just a bad break. It just got split in a bad place. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's too bad because there was still some life left in the stick. And, oh well, that happens. Yeah, they just get broken sometimes on weird spots, right? Like it's just where the wood splinters. You know, it's like when you're splitting a log, right? You don't think it's going to break, and then all of a sudden you hit it in the right spot and the log splits. Map, I got plenty of them if you want somebody. I got plenty of them. Cracked cymbals, too. But anyways, let's keep on rolling, guys. This is a pretty cool soundtrack, so. We got about 10, 12 more minutes to go. And then we're going to wrap up tonight's metal and drum, or retro and metal drum stream. So, here we go. Alright, and that's it. We are done for tonight. Drums really elevate this track for sure. Ah, thanks, Monster Mike. Appreciate ya. Fantastic performance, bravo. Thanks, D-Nice. You guys had quite the performance yourselves. You were an excellent audience. I always say my performance is dependent on you guys. The energy that I give out, I need to feel back. So when I feel that energy back, it translates. So much appreciated, everybody that stuck around, everybody that stayed here. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the stream. I have some ideas for next week. We're already thinking ahead. Gotta do it. So, but I'm having a blast doing this. Thanks, Hex, Ness Atlas, Mep, Planard, D-Nice, Pizzadriarts, thanks for the GGs. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. So, anybody that's been following my non-drum streams, you know that we are working on Ninja Gaiden 2 speedruns, and we're going to get back to segmented practice tomorrow for sure. It's been coming along really well. We learned the speedrun in roughly 5 streams, and now we're just going to be breaking down stages and boss fights and some specific real challenging parts. We did get our Castlevania goal about, I don't know, a week ago now? A little over a week ago? We got our sub 12. So I'm going to submit that. I think that puts us somewhere around 80th on the leaderboards, which is fine by me. And we're going to be shooting for probably sub 11 for Ninja Gaiden 2, so I'm really excited about that. So yeah, we got a lot to do. Alright, so why don't we look and see who's online, so we can send all of you wonderful people somewhere else where you can bring your energy. Because I need some food. Alright, so I think we might raid Toshiro. He's playing Super Star Wars Trilogy. I try to sort of take turns with who I raid. We raided Stellar Death recently, who's a super cool guy, and he was in here earlier, but he did get a raid recently. Kayon, we raided him recently too. I think Toshiro's gonna get the raid today. So we got our sound commands working, which is sort of fun. So you guys could definitely use those in tomorrow's stream as well. Let's get our raid set up. Great. Alright, so I just want to say thanks again, everybody. I had a hell of a good time doing this, and it's great with all you in here too, cheering me along. So we will be back next Wednesday around the same time to smash some more heads and play some more retro and metal. So
Tell me about the whistles.
As always,
the whistles go.
Be honest, speak your truths, express your thoughts in a straightforward way. I am House of Grind, and this is the Retro and Metal live drum stream. Let's get this raid started. Thanks, everyone. Have a spectacular rest of your evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow evening for more Ninja Gaiden 2 practice. Take care, everyone, and drop some emotes for Toshiro. He's a nice guy, even if you don't stick around. Say hello, say what's up. Take care.
Grind, holy smokes! Thank you so much for the raid. May the 4th week be with y'all. Welcome, everybody. I am Toshiro. I am bad at the video games. And right now we are playing some Star Wars for the SNES. Hey there, Mep.